What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Nio and Tesla, man. Dude, these things are kind of like up and down. They've been up and down the past couple days. But before we hop into that, we ask that you guys hit that sub button. We're trying to hit 200 subs by the end of January. We're up to 143 right now. So if you guys could help us get there, that'd be more than appreciative. We're extremely grateful and thankful for everything you guys have given us so far. But without further ado, man, let's hop into this. So Nio, we'll start off with Nio, hot stock of the year. I think this thing's going to the moon. Today we're down 1.3% as of right now. We've got about 45 minutes before the market closes as the time of this recording. But it started off, if we look at the chart right now, it started off a little hot this morning, getting up to that $60 mark, and then we had some pullback. Not quite sure where this pullback's coming from. They did, at the beginning of January, they reached their quarter 4 earnings, so that, it's showing growth there. But we did have one analyst come out today, and he was saying that he raised his price target up to $92, which I think is the highest on the market right now. I don't think there's anything higher than 92. But he predicted that Nio would be over $92, in the coming weeks. And he basically predicted that off of his estimates on the quarter 4 earnings and where he thought it was going to be, and everything beat his expectations. So he was thinking that by the end of the quarter 4 last year, that he was thinking that they were going to have delivered over 15,900 vehicles, and they've already done over 17,000. And, that's up 121% from last year. So that alone, and then basically these the delivery numbers represent over 42% from the prior quarter. So they're up 42% from their previous quarter in growth and like deliveries. That's huge. Yeah. So it makes me wonder where they're going to be at this first quarter of 2021, with the Biden administration coming in today. But yeah, so he's kind of projecting that Nio's going to deliver 164,000 vehicles this year, which they're building that new factory. So that's, I think, just going to help Nio in the long run as well. But this year, their total revenue, with all of that, if they could push the 160,000 vehicles, it'll push them towards about $9.3 billion in overall revenue. Yeah, I know. So to kind of compare this, go ahead.
I know that they were aiming at 150,000 by the end of this year. So if they could do 160, that'd be all right.
Right. And so, I mean, if you compare this to what Tesla's on track for, so Tesla's on track for about 800,000 vehicles this year. Up from the 500,000 of last year. And if Nio delivers that 164, you're looking at about close to around 20% of what Tesla's putting out.
Yeah.
That Nio's putting up.
Yeah. And then by the end of next year, they want to do 300,000. So, I mean, they're going to be coming up to Tesla production numbers fast if they do everything right that they say they're going to do.
Crazy fast. Because it just shows you how fast this company's growing. And to me, I can easily see Nio hitting, Tesla's at the $900 mark. We're pushing $900. And I feel that Nio could easily be there within the next 5 years. No, without a doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
So, just comparing these two, it kind of shows, it just shows how fast Tesla's growing, or Nio's growing. So we'll keep an eye on it. Again, if you guys are not in Nio, first of all, this is not financial advice. We always say that in every video. Not financial advice. Always consult your own financial advisor, and always do your own research when investing into stocks, because there's a real risk. But Nio, man, I still think this is a buy. I don't see this thing, $57. We were up to 66 last week. I still feel like this is a buy. I've been buying in all week on these lower dips, just to keep getting that low dip, man. It's just, I feel like this is just going to keep going up, and it's going to hit that $75 here soon. I'm really hoping by the end of January. That's where I'm feeling 70, 75 by the end of January.
Yeah, as we said, I think anything lower, you get in lower than 60 is a good price.
So. Right. So we'll keep an eye on it and see what happens. But let's hop on over to Tesla and see what we got going on over here.
So Tesla has a new high price target from Oppenheimer. They raised their price target from 486 all the way to 1036. That's over double their price targets. So that's really good. And that's coming from a couple days ago. Another company raised their price target to 950. So there's a couple analysts raising their price target. So Oppenheimer raised their price target because They believe that the Model 3 and Model Y volumes and cost reduction, largely from a battery perspective, is going to help them generate a lot more revenue. You know, Tesla last year, they began their deliveries of the Model 3 over there, and they just started their Model Ys in China this week. So some people think that Tesla is just, you know, a giant bubble that's going to pop at some point, because it's trading for more than the entire auto industry put together, you know, all the non-EV automakers put together. But
Right.
I mean, a lot of people think that they're just a car company, but they're a lot more, and going to be a lot more than just a car manufacturer. Like, they have all their solar stuff, which is eventually going to bring in like huge profits, because they're doing subscriptions with all that stuff as well, if you want like a battery
Right.
bank in your house. So I mean, they're on their way to do a lot more things than just be a car company. I saw an interesting article today that said if you bought the Tesla stock instead of buying the Model S at the launch time in 2012, so the Model S was $77,500. If you would have put that into Tesla stock instead in 2012, then you would have $11.6 million right now.
That is freaking nuts,
Because,
dude.
yeah,
That is nuts.
In that amount of time since 2012, it was like the beginning of June 2012 when the Model S launched. It's up almost 15,000% in that time.
Man, could you imagine if you do this do it with Nio? Instead of going to buy a Nio car that's going to cost you, $50,000, you throw that in the Nio stock. Can you imagine if this? Just think if Nio got up to that price, man.
Yeah. So this is what, if you might have heard the term before, opportunity cost. Basically, you could buy the easiest way I think about it is if instead of buying the $1,000 new iPhone, you buy, a $500 phone that pretty much does the exact same stuff. It's just doesn't have the iPhone label on it, and you put that $500 into investments, like you're obviously down the road, say 10 years down the road, that $500 that you didn't spend on the iPhone is going to be tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it's all about just playing it smart. And, I honestly, I feel like if I knew what I knew now 10 years ago, my life would be totally different, 100% different.
Oh, yeah.
Based on, just investing in general. And, I would not be working another day in my life if I knew this at 16.
Yeah,
100%.
I would have already been retired.
So, I mean, I guess if you're watching our videos and you're 16, man, congratulations to you for, and trying to invest in yourself and make yourself better. It will pay off by the time you're 30.
Right.
It 100% will. But yeah, so where do you think you see Tesla towards the end of the month?
The end of the month, I would like to see it at least 900.
Don't forget we have their price or their announcements coming out.
Isn't that on the 27th?
January 27th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that coming out, probably higher than 900, like I just said. I don't know, 925 or something. Who knows? It doesn't really have to go up much percentage-wise to go up. Like right now, it's only up 1%, but it's up $9. So
right. Exactly. So that's kind of the thing. It's like if you think about it, if they beat their numbers and they're projected to, then I expect this thing to easily go up to that 9, maybe even 925.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see where they go from here. But yeah, I'm not quite sure, but we'll find out. But yeah, that wraps up this video. If you guys like this kind of content, hit that like, share, notification bell, all that good stuff. It really helps us out. Again, we're trying to hit 200 subs by the end of January. We really appreciate all the love and support we've gotten so far. And that wraps it up. So we'll see you guys in the next video.